Most people designing an off-grid home make the same mistakes, and those mistakes can cost thousands of dollars, waste energy, and even make the home unsafe. If you are planning a tiny home, a Quonset hut, or any off-grid house under 750 square feet, this video could save you from serious problems. Welcome back to Contain Your Life. Today, we are going deep into the biggest mistakes people make when designing an off-grid home, including layout mistakes, power mistakes, water mistakes, safety mistakes, and why most people design their home completely wrong for long-term living. Off-grid homes are not designed like normal houses. They must be planned around energy, water, weather, and maintenance. When people forget this, the home becomes uncomfortable, expensive, and sometimes dangerous. The first mistake people make is designing an off-grid home like a normal house. Most people start with a floor plan that would work in a city home, then try to add solar panels later. That is backwards. Off-grid homes must be designed around the systems first, not the rooms. You must plan for battery storage, water tanks, pumps, heating systems, ventilation, and access for maintenance. If the layout does not include space for these, the home will not function properly. The second mistake is building too large. For off-grid living, smaller is better. A home between 400 and 750 square feet is ideal for one person or a couple. Larger homes require much more power, more heating, more cooling, and much larger battery systems. Every extra square foot increases the cost of solar, insulation, and maintenance. Many people build too large, then realize their power system cannot support the home. The third mistake is poor layout for tiny living. A good off-grid layout should be simple and open. The best design usually includes one open living and kitchen area, one bedroom, one bathroom, and one utility space for systems. You must always include room for the inverter, battery bank, water filters, pump, hot water system, and backup power. People forget this space, and later the equipment ends up in closets, under beds, or outside where it can be damaged. The fourth mistake is ignoring passive solar design. Passive solar design means using the sun to heat and light the home naturally. This can reduce energy use more than any solar panel. The house should face south in most climates. Windows should allow winter sun inside, but roof overhangs should block summer heat. Floors made of concrete, tile, or stone can store heat during the day and release it at night. Good insulation and ventilation are just as important as solar panels. A well-designed passive home can use very little energy. The fifth mistake is choosing the wrong power system. Many people think solar panels alone will power everything. This is not true. Off-grid homes need a complete system, including solar panels, batteries, inverter, charge controller, and often a backup generator. Electric appliances use much more power than people expect. Electric stoves, electric heaters, and electric dryers can drain a battery bank very quickly. A better setup is hybrid. Use electricity for lights and electronics, and use propane or gas for cooking and hot water. This reduces the size and cost of the solar system. The sixth mistake is not planning water correctly. Water systems are one of the hardest parts of off-grid living. You must plan where the water comes from, where it is stored, and how it is filtered. Common options include a well rainwater collection or delivered water stored in tanks. You also need a pump, filters, pressure tank, and backup plan. Wastewater must also be planned. This may include septic systems, composting toilets, or gray water systems. If this is not designed early, it becomes expensive later. The seventh mistake is not designing for disasters. Modern off-grid homes should be able to survive power outages, storms, heat waves, and supply problems. This means having backup systems. Good off-grid homes often include a generator, propane storage, a wood stove, a manual water pump, and extra food storage. The goal is to remain comfortable even when the grid fails. More people are choosing off-grid living because of extreme weather and unreliable utilities, but only if the home is designed correctly. The eighth mistake is poor insulation and wrong materials. Tiny off-grid homes need better insulation than normal homes because heating and cooling use the most energy. Materials like spray foam, insulated panels, and well-sealed walls can make a huge difference. Metal buildings and Quonset huts are becoming popular because they are strong, fast to build, and good for disaster resistance. However, they must be insulated properly or they will have condensation, heat loss, and noise problems. The ninth mistake is choosing the wrong structure. Quonset huts, steel buildings, and small cabins can work very well off-grid, but only if the design includes insulation, ventilation, and moisture control. A Quonset hut can be very efficient because it has no interior supports and a strong shell. But the curved shape requires careful planning for layout and insulation. Many people buy the shell first and think about the inside later. That is a mistake. The 10th mistake is underestimating maintenance. Off-grid homes require more maintenance than grid homes. Filters must be changed, batteries must be checked, pumps must be serviced, and solar panels must stay clean. People think off-grid means easier living, but it actually means more responsibility. The reward is independence, but only if the systems are designed correctly. The best off-grid design today combines passive solar layout, strong insulation, solar power with battery storage, propane backup, water storage, and efficient appliances. Small homes under 750 square feet are usually the most comfortable, the least expensive to run, and the easiest to maintain. Off-grid living can be one of the most sustainable ways to live, but only when the home is designed for it from the beginning. Thanks for watching, and in the next video, we will look at another safety and design topic every homeowner should understand.